Hello and welcome. It's Chrisanne. I'm coming at you from Elemental Energies with Chrisanne out on my deck. So there's a lot of noises going on today. There's a plane overhead. The two deer just ran past over there, the mama and only one of her babies. Didn't see the other baby. We're hopeful. So anyway, sometimes you just need to make a master board, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to do some master boards today. I have quite a few white cardstock pages. I don't know how many we'll get done. I don't know if we'll just get one done. I don't know. But I have some older, sort of more fragile paper. I have some ledger paper. I have some cut up flowers from a flower book. And then need be, I have this one with these that I can add some to it. So let's get cracking. I like to start in the corners when I do my master boards. And oh, I have a glue stick and I have my liquid glue as well. So I like to start with corner pages, corner pieces. And this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'd like to use. So there's 1, 2, 3. We'll do this. We'll do those. We'll start there. So I'm so happy to be sitting out on my deck, and it is not as hot as it has been. It has been crazy hot. Now it's a lot more cooler. This is more, I want to say, traditional Maine weather. What we're having now. You know what? Let's do this one this way. There's a turkey over there banging on something. Turkeys are a little crazy. But if you can hear some banging noise, it's the turkeys pecking at it. I don't know how they don't get a headache. They give me a headache. Okay. Let's put this here. So, I'm happy to be out here tearing paper, cutting up paper, putting all this together. This is kind of a nice sort of detox craft for a paper crafter. I don't know, what do you think? What do you do? And I'm thinking I'm going to be cutting these up into some tags and journal cards. Well, there's a little strip of white there, but I'll trim it later. Okay. Now let's fill the rest of this in. So I'm enjoying this cooler weather. I had to bring some fans over to my mother. I had bought my mom some of these USB rechargeable fans. And I don't know if it was user error or the fans weren't working. But she's like, I need some fans. So I went to a couple stores, couldn't find anything locally. You know, I was trying to shop local. Finally, I found them. Really nice kid in the store. I was like, listen, I'm looking for fans. They have to be plug-in. She wants plug-in. She doesn't want USB anymore. He walked me all around the store. He couldn't find them. He's like, we just had them. So he says, all right, you go look over there. I'm going to look around. I said, okay, if you find them, come get me. Well, he came and got me. He's like, I found them. He was so excited. I was more excited. He was so nice. So, got my mom her fans. My mom mom lives up on a hill, so it's a little cooler where she lives, so she normally doesn't have to worry too much about fans and stuff. She doesn't have an air conditioner. She really doesn't need an air conditioner normally. Although the last, I don't know, last month, she maybe did need an air conditioner. But I got her fans. She was very happy. So all is well. And yes, I'm overlapping. And now I'm going to, let's get some of this book page out. I love this one. And I know this gets all covered with glue. But that's okay. And my son starts work this coming week. Probably the day I publish this is the day he's going to start working. He's excited. It's not really what he wanted in life, but it's a start, you know, and that's what I keep telling him. It's a good start. Get out in the world, meet some people. You never know. We went there a week ago, and I was pointing everybody out to him that's of his age. I'm like, that girl is your age. She's cute. Then he rolls his eyes. That's all right. He's a teenager. I'm used to it. He doesn't really have too many local friends. He's no longer with his girlfriend. They broke up. That's a thing. But he's okay with it. Her parents are not okay with it. Her mom reached out to me. I really like the family. And my son really likes the family too. My son contacted the family and said, you know, thank you for always being kind. And he did that all on his own. I didn't tell him. You know, I wish her well. She has to figure out where she's going in life, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I think right now she just needs to kind of do that. You know, she's in a different place in her life than my son is, and there's nothing wrong with that. So that's what's going on. So I said, you know, maybe this is good timing so you can go and meet some new people. I think he's getting that. I think he's sort of seeing that, which is good. And her family has reached out to him, reached out to me. All is well. You know, they live local, so you're going to bump into them at the grocery store or, you know, wherever. So keep everything polite. That's how I look at it. Okay. Do I want to do, yeah, let's do some more of these. He's a little sad, but I think he'll be okay. I don't know if her parents are more sad. Her family, like I said, was very, very nice to my son. And I like to think I was nice in reciprocal to her as well. I certainly hope I was. I want another piece of something right here. So I think it's good timing that he goes off, gets a job, kind of with adults. He's better with adults than he is with kids. He's always been that way. I think when you have a chronic illness as a kid and you're used to being around adults all the time, that's kind of something that's to be expected because he was around adults a lot. So, onward is what I told him. Okay, that's what I got so far. Now let's put down some flowers, knowing full well these are going to get cut up. And I am okay with that. Of course, I'm covering up everything I did. So I have some little ones here. We'll do those later. All right, we'll just do it like that. I think we'll do this. Whoops, ooh, too much. We will do this glue. And if I need to come back and re-glue some of the spots, so be it. So send good vibes for him for this week, going to his new job. I'm sure he'll be fine. I'm sure he'll be a good worker and get along with people. He just hasn't had to deal with this level of the public before. You know, before when he was working at the dump in the recycle center, it was very different. Yes, you were still dealing with the public, but very differently. So he's going to be a personal shopper at Whole Foods. So like if you place your order online or, you know, whatever, that will be what he's doing. And he said when he went for the interview, I said, tell them you have food allergies, which actually under ADA he doesn't have to, but not that that affects your job, because it doesn't. But I said, that will get you hired, because if you tell them you have food allergies and you know how to read a label because you've been doing it your whole life, that's something they're looking for, especially in a personal shopper. So he did. And I guess they were impressed. And his father had called and told him the exact same thing. I'm like, yeah, I already told him that. So both of us were on the same page with that. So I thought that was good. So we shall see. And he gets a discount. I'm super excited about the discount. I buy a lot of food there. I could use the discount. We eat a lot of food from there. You know, they have our allergy-friendly food cheaper than Walmart and the local grocery stores. And I know people don't believe me, but allergy-friendly food, number one, is scarce. It's really hard to find right now. And number two, it's expensive. And they have it cheaper because now they have their own brand. Whole Foods does. They have their own brand of food. And their own brand is way cheaper than Walmart. Like multiple dollars per item. Like one of my loaves of bread at Walmart is $7.49. Whole Foods, $3.99. And it's a bigger loaf. So I'm going to Whole Foods. All right, let's cut this up. Oh, this is what I have so far. All right. So normally I like to turn it upside down and kind of be surprised. But I don't think I'm going to do that today. I think I'm going to cut this at 2.5. 3.5. And then I'm just going to cut between these to have a different type of journaling card. And then these, I'll turn these into tags. Okay, let me move this and I'll show you what we got. So that. These are pretty. I like these. Now I don't have my corner rounders out here. I'm out on my deck. These I'll probably want to do the corner rounders. Oh, the turkeys are walking there again. Let's do tags for these 4. And we're just going to wing it. This one's going to look funny with a hole in it because there's that hole right there, but that's okay. Yeah, let's do this one. This way. Okay, winged it. Let's put a bunch of this stuff in my garbage bowl. Okay. Even though I'm kind of feeling like I want to round these corners, I think I might still come in with some of the brown ink. Just pulls everything together, doesn't it? Now I still have a whole bunch of the stuff left. I don't know, should we make another one? I'm going to make another one whether I do it on camera or off camera, just to let you know. I'm not going to attach fibers or anything to these tags until I put them in my journal and decide what colors, like, you know, if I put this in a pocket, is there a color that coordinates with that pocket that's better? And if I corner round these corners, I'll add more ink. Lots of animals out and about today. It's a nice day. Taking a stroll. Turkeys, the deer, squirrels, the chipmunks, everybody. All right, me show you with the brown edge. You know what it looks like. So I have 3 journal cards and 4 tags. That works for me. Okay, we'll put those there. Let's make another one. I'm probably going to do basically the same thing because it's the same supplies. Let's start with that one in the corner. Corner, corner. Corner. Oh, here's some other corner ones. All right. Put a bunch here. I'm not worried about putting down too much glue because it's all going to be covered. There's the turkeys. I always use these corner pieces. It just makes it easier on me. Unless I have to come back and trim. Okay. Oops, way off. Okay. Here. I don't know, somebody just pulled up. If somebody just pulled in my driveway, then that's that. I don't think so, but we'll find out in a minute. Actually, let me just tear this. I don't need all that. There. Do that. No, I don't think somebody pulled into my driveway, which is good. Because I'm busy. I priorities. Oops, this one. That's what I was looking for. I'll glue something on top of that. And let's do that there. That there. And then a little bit right there. Okay. Oh, I need a little bit here. There. I'm all right with that because all my flowers are going to cover everything. Okay, let's put all these over here. I still have a lot of paper to use, but that is okay. That is what we have thus far. I'll use that one. And then, you know what I think I'll do? The middle ones, I'll just come in and glue those down. In the meantime, let's come through and we'll add these. There. I know. I'm covering up some. Oh, I put that one on sideways. That's all right. Okay. Now let's cut everything up and we'll glue those. So let's do 3.5 on that one, and then I'm going to cut it right in the middle of that flower. So it's approximately 4.5. Those will be tags. Now over here, I'm going to cut, I'm not measuring anything, I'm just cutting around where the pictures are. Those will be tags. Now this one, let's see, should I do more journal cards? let's do 2.5. Oops. Still a little wet. Cool. So we'll do 2.5. 2.5, 2.5, and then we're left with that one. So let's come in and glue some of these down. There. Okay. That worked out well. I'm using all the flowers I cut up, which is always a good thing. Okay, there's that one. There's that one. That one. That one. That one. These are going to be tags. I think I'm still going to hold that one sideways. That one. And then that one. So let's grab my scissors and we'll wing it for the tag corners. Normally I like to use my punch, but I don't have it out here. And those I'm going to leave as is. So these, let's put these in my scrap bowl up there. Let's do the brown, and then we're going to be done. I'm very glad you could come and hang out with me as I hang out in nature. Get some tags and some journaling cards made. It's always fun. I'm going to be putting together a couple journals soon. I need some boxes. That's what the problem is. I thought I had some boxes, but I do not. I use cereal boxes, and I don't eat cereal. My son does. But I use the cereal boxes. So I think time has come that I'm going to reach out to a couple people and just say, hey, I need some cereal boxes. I don't like to work with boxes that aren't gluten-free. And one of my friends that probably would have a cereal box isn't gluten-free. Your skin is your largest organ, and I don't like touching all that stuff. So, I don't know. We'll see what I'll do. My gluten allergy and my dairy allergy are both relatively severe. So, I need to be careful. Okay, so there's that second batch. Let's take one last look with the brown on it. I'm going to tack that down better. And once again, on the tags, the fibers will be added when it gets added to the journal. These are journaling cards. it made. Cool. Well, thanks so much for tuning in. I hope you have a wonderful day. Get out and enjoy nature. It's wonderful. There's a lovely breeze today, and I am thoroughly enjoying it. It's much needed, let me tell you. All right. Give this a thumbs up, and please subscribe to my page. I would really appreciate it. Take care and be free.